Hello and welcome to the Reiki Gem Wellness channel. Today we're going to be doing a guided meditation with MOLDAVITE, the stone of universal compassion. And for those who've watched my meditations before, welcome back. And for those who are new, my name is Shannon and I'm a certified Reiki master and teacher and a certified Gemologist. And I combine those skills and passions to provide you with the knowledge, the tools, and the opportunities to practice incorporating crystal healing into your everyday life. And these guided meditations are an opportunity to practice, to sit with a gemstone, feel its energies, listen to its supportive qualities, and determine if it's a gemstone that can help support you. And today we'll be doing that with MOLDAVITE, which is a tektite. And if you haven't already watched the video, the top 4 crystal healing benefits of MOLDAVITE, then I'll link that up in the eye above. You may want to pause this video and go watch that one just so you can get a feel for what the healing and supportive benefits of MOLDAVITE are. If you do happen to have a piece of MOLDAVITE, then this is a good time to go get that and set it beside you in your meditation space. Then the other thing that you'll need before we start this meditation is a comfortable seat. So that could be on a cushion on the floor, in a chair, or outside directly on the ground. Just as long as you can stay alert and comfortable for about 10 to 15 minutes. So if you do have your gemstone, or you're ready to picture it in your mind, because you don't need a gemstone to benefit from this meditation. You just picture an olive green gemstone in your mind and listen to the prompts that I bring up. And if anything really calls to you, feels familiar, or raises red flags, then that is an indication that you should get some MOLDAVITE and work with it further. So if you have your gemstone, or you're ready to picture it in your mind, and you have your comfortable seat, then let's get started. I invite you to close your eyes and start taking some slow, deep breaths. And try to separate yourself from thoughts of the outside world and bring your awareness to how it feels to breathe right now. And bring your attention to your physical body and see if there are any sensations that you notice. And then check in with your heart and your thoughts, your mind, and notice what's going on with them right now. And it's not necessary to change or fix or stop anything. We're just watching to see what's going on with us right now. And then bringing your attention to those places on your body that touch the cushion or the floor or earth beneath you. And remember that you are sitting on top of the entire earth. And you're in contact with the entire mass of it. You're sitting right over the center. And you have access to all of the energy within the earth. And the mass and the energy of the earth are supporting you and protecting you during this meditation today. And if you do have a piece of Moldavite, then pick that up now and put that in your non-dominant hand. And this is your receiving hand, and it will receive the energies from the Moldavite during this meditation session today. And if you don't have Moldavite, then picture a kind of a bumpy, olive green, glass-like stone in your mind. Little frosted, because that's what it looks like when it's rough. And if you have a piece, then take a moment to feel your piece of Moldavite, to notice its weight in your hand and feel the surface of its texture and the surface texture. And get to know your piece of Moldavite. Notice if you feel any differently after you've picked up the Moldavite. And then imagine a brilliant, bright star in the sky, shining a sparkling, iridescent light down upon you. And sit with this image of Moldavite energy for a minute. Moldavite is the stone of universal compassion. And as you hold or imagine the Moldavite, consider the following questions and how they may or may not be relevant to your life right now. Do you find yourself often overwhelmed by the suffering in the world? Would you like to send compassion and healing to those suffering communities? Are you interested in accessing and absorbing universal wisdom? Do you have important life decisions to make? Do Do you want to learn how to use your spiritual learning and experiences for your current life situations? All of these scenarios are supported by Moldavite, the stone of universal compassion, a tektite from the universe. And if any one of these situations stood out to you more than the others, then bring that back to your heart and your body and your mind, and let's sit with this for another minute or two while we hold the Moldavite. And look to see if anything changes about the way you feel about this situation as you hold the stone. Again, not forcing anything, but just watching. Noticing if anything changes. And then notice if anything has changed in your physical sensations or your heart or your thoughts since you started this meditation. And then release the image of the Moldavite energy and release the situation you were considering. And just come back to your breathing. And when you feel ready, then open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today to meditate with Moldavite, the stone of universal compassion. And a Moldavite can leave us feeling expansive and maybe a little dizzy. And out of place after meditating with it. If that is the case right now, then if you have a black gemstone, like I have hematite here, but any grounding stone like obsidian, black tourmaline, onyx will help you come back to yourself, come back to your body after a meditation session with MOLDAVITE. And if you do find this meditation useful, then these meditations were meant to be repeated about 2 to 3 times a week for a couple of weeks until you can quickly call up the energy of the MOLDAVITE stone when you need it. And that is the essence of incorporating crystal healing into your everyday life. Knowing which situations in your life you want help with, which gemstones will support those, and using it when you need it. So when you feel like you're getting overwhelmed by suffering in the world, then you pick it up and your heart feels whole and you can send out that love and compassion to those who are suffering at that time. Thank you again for joining me today. And if you're new to the channel, then I talk about a different gemstone every single week, 2 videos a week. The first, an informational video about the healing and supportive benefits of that gemstone, and the second is a guided meditation designed specifically for that gemstone. So if you are interested in really deeply exploring crystal healing and how it can help you, then make sure to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss a single gemstone video. Goodbye for today, and I'll see you again next week.